welcome troops, it is GeneralJSmith here, otherwise known as Josh, to another LEGO Star Wars 2014 Winter Set Review. And this time it is a very cool set, can I just say. It is the Droid Gunship, the second version of it. Set number 75042, ages 8 to 14. Contains 439 pieces, which is actually quite a bit more than the first one, and is priced £44.99, or now I don't know the actual price in dollars. I assume it would be $45 or $50, which is no price. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have any clue why it's £45, because think about how rare that price is. How many sets? You know, normally it just goes like £35, £40, £50. You know, we don't normally get £45 sets. But it's not even just this one. The Republic Cannon from the Winter line is also being like £45. So I don't know quite what's going on there, but you know, it's cool. It's cool. I suppose £40 would have been good. You know, 439 pieces. But you know, that £45 is all right. By the way, there will be a link in the description to the to the Let's build of this. Me basically doing a speed build of it. These are the spare pieces you get. So, yeah, you get one of those straight arms for your droids. So if you have any droids that don't have straight arms, you can give them them. So that's cool. Alright, so getting on to the set. It's an awesome set. It really is so worth the money. This is definitely one of those sets where you have to pick up. It is so good, it's ridiculous. I mean, the figures, you know, you got 41st Elite Corpse Trooper, and then you got Chewbacca, you know, a new revamped version of Chewbacca. Oh my days. What is there to say? It's such an awesome set. Let's get on to the figures first of all. First one we have Chewbacca, the legendary Chewbacca. Just look at him. He's actually taller than he used to be, and he's like as tall as a Super Battle Droid, so which I think is more accurate. Now he does have a crossbow. We haven't seen this many times before, but nonetheless we get it this time, so that's cool. I think it's like a laser crossbow or something. That's awesome. That's very awesome. Yeah. So awesome, it's ridiculous. Let's start with the legs. There's not actually, technically speaking, there's not actually that much printing on the legs. However, you know, that is fine. It is completely brown, and so is the torso. However, it's, you know, printed this light. I don't know what colour that is really. Very nice. Very nice. This also meant to represent his fur. Very cool. The previous one we got, the one we've had since 1999, you know, didn't have any printing, pretty much. So, finally we're getting a new, I suppose you can call it a Phase 2 Chewbacca, with printing and everything. It's so awesome. That's amazing. Backwise, it's a lot more sort of detailed, like, it's a lot further, like, puffier, he seems, than his previous one. His previous one seems so flat, and compared to the new one. So that is awesome. On the back, you also notice a slightly darker brown. I'm not sure which one's actually. I assume this one's more accurate. Looks more accurate. So cool, very cool thing going around. Very nice. Now, just taking off their sort of headpieces. Right, so we see the torsos are completely brown. This one's slightly dark brown, as I said. I think that's more accurate. I think you can all agree when I say we much prefer the new Chewbacca, because he's ridiculously awesome. Completely brown. Everything. I think this is one of the main reasons everyone wants to make a Sheikmok, because of just how awesome some of the sets are. Now I think the main difference is the face. Obviously it's a different colour. Also it's a different colour to the rest of his body. This is so awesome, and the way it gets printing in the eyes, and this is incredible. This is intense. He is awesome. By far the better Chewbacca, I think you can all agree. so awesome, it's ridiculous. As I said, he is quite tall, taller than the old one. It's like he's as tall as a Super Battle Droid. So yeah, complete 360. Very nice, very nice. This guy, sorry, you don't really come close, but he's just so awesome. I'm gonna be using him. You know, I think everyone will be using him. You know, in the future for their Chewbaccas. You know, because he is intense. Right, so on to the next one. We have a 41st Elite Corps Trooper. The same one we get in the Battle Pack. Unfortunately, I don't have the Battle Pack yet, but I'll be getting it sometime next week. Very nice printing. It's nice that we get some of these really awesome troopers in more than just the Battle Pack. I mean, yeah, the Battle Pack is very good because it's very cheap and you get like a bunch of them. But you know, it's nice that we get some more sets. Nice, all that camo. All the camo, all. Now there's a slight problem with the fact that it doesn't actually go down onto the belt, but you know, that's a slight problem. So awesome. There's helmet design. This is ridiculously awesome. The figures, Lego's really gone out on these figures. Fortunately, he doesn't have the new weapon, which I don't really like that much. I prefer the old ones. So, fortunately, he has an old weapon. This is very, very cool. All this awesome printing. And you got sort of like the brown, you know, brown trousers or legs. Very nice. Definitely one you can use on Kashyyyk. Oh, wow. Now, I actually found one in my collection. I wasn't even looking for it. But this is the one from Jet 14 Stealth Starfighter. You know, the bounty hunter thing. I don't know what it's called. And look. Like, the colours and everything, they're actually quite similar. Just felt like pointing that out. I didn't really notice until now. You know. So there you go. And of course, the helmet. Now, a lot of people go on about this visor. Yeah, I'm going to have to go on about it as well. Trying to position my light. Thing is, it's not accurate. It's meant to, well, I think it's meant to be like to this very edge of like the side of his helmet. Also, I think it comes down like a bit too far, or maybe not far enough to like to that, I don't know, nose piece, whatever it's called. I don't know. But nonetheless, it's still very cool, still worthy of. I mean, they've even put, you know, camera printing on here. Lego have really tried. This is awesome. On the sides of the helmet, there's camo everywhere. You really can use this, you know, on all jungle planets. If you're doing mocks, not just Kashyyyk, but just all jungle planets, you know. This is so usable. It's so awesome. It's beyond belief. Comparing it to the old one, like just helmet-wise, you notice the differences in helmets. Obviously, one of the main ones being the fact this one needs a black head. By the way, just gets a normal head, you know, normal Clone Wars head, which I like these ones more. These one, yeah. So that's cool. So he's so awesome, it's bonkers. Oh yeah. It is definitely good that we get him, you know, in another set rather than just the battle packs. So that's awesome. The battle packs are good, but yeah. Alright, so the next two figures are just, you know, we just get a normal battle droid, Super Battle Droid. Nothing really to say about him. You know, we're getting him more and more sets. Have you noticed? Like, we're getting quite a few sets these days. But yeah, he's just normal battle droid. Super Battle Droid, I mean. Yeah. And then we get a normal battle droid. I assume that's who's meant to pilot it. Or please leave in the comments whether this ship pilots itself or I don't know. Like, it's called the Droid Gunship. Is it actually a droid? For example, the Tri-Fighter and the Vulture droid, they pilot themselves because they like have their own sensors. They're actually their own droids. They don't need pilots. I don't know if this was the same. I think it might be, especially because like those sensor eye things in the front. But I don't know, maybe. And we get a normal battle droid. And yeah, cool. Anything to say about them? Awesome, get a battle droid. Alright, so onto the set. Great set. It is awesome. After long, and you know, because personally I just like the design of this particular vehicle, like just sort of dish shape and everything. Now I do have the old one. Unfortunately, it is broken up. I wished it was made for me to compare it. However, you know, I was building a bunch of other things last year, so it's not like, you know, I wasn't doing anything. But nonetheless, it's still a very good set. Highly recommend it. You know, and for its price, it's definitely very good. Right. So, by the way, many people think that these what are these called? Lasers on the sides are meant to be at this position. They're actually not. You see, if they are, oh wait, oh maybe they are. I don't know. I mean, yeah, they are. No, I'm sorry. A lot of people think these lasers are in that position. Yeah. But they're not, because if you put it like that, it actually dips down. See? So they're actually meant to be a bit further down. They're not meant to be in line with the actual dish sort of thing. So that it sort of sits in one place. Anyway, onto the front. It has a bunch of lasers in the front. It has these ball turrets, exactly the same as we got in the old one. You spin it all the way around. Yeah. Got two of them. Oops. That's not really a common problem. I just sort of broke it apparently. So yeah. Spins all the way around. And it's got this massive cannon in the front, which can go up and down. Cool. It's got these pieces, which are a bit strange. If I just take one off. You see there? See? Bit strange. It's also got these new hinge pieces, which I know are on the Chic Battle Pack. These strange, you know, pieces. Kind of weird. Kind of squishy. It's kind of strange. But, you know, there you go. And you get two of them on either side. So yeah, it has these things on there. On the old one, no one could decide whether they were like lasers or, I don't know, sensors or something. But these are better. These are cool. These are awesome. They do go up or down, but they're meant to stay against the ship. They go down here, but they're meant to stay like that. These are stickers on here. Oops. That's a sticker, that's a sticker. We've got the same stickers in the old one. So yeah, this one seems a lot more bulky and a lot more, you know, powerful and, oops, bigger than the old one. Yeah, I'll show you what happens there in a minute. So this is awesome. In the old one, you had like a little knob here which you turned and the bombs fell out. Now it's a different system, which I will show you in a minute. Stickers on the back of here. It's a really awesome craft. Trying to, I don't know, compare it to the Imperial V-Wing if you have it. It's a bit longer, and obviously that's, you know, it's very, yeah. Now what just flicked was, yes, it was those new missile things, those shooters. Basically, you have two of these, you know, one of them attached to each side, you know, and you very simply, yeah, and you have the other one. And you get three of these. You get two, and like you're meant to put two in, you get one spare. So yeah. So that's very cool. Also, next thing. Now, what would a droid gunship be without its bombs? And they are here. As I said in the old one, you used to turn a knob on the top here, which you don't now. I love the design, by the way, on here. It's awesome designing. Anyway, now you simply pull these. So you pull them out. And also that's one, and then the other side. Now if you want to see what happened there, basically, if you want to reload them, well, basically what happened is that you see these pins there, they were attached, like, you know, on here, you know, with this piece. By the way, these are your bombs. So nice piece. Nice bombs, cool. And basically this hole was attached onto one of those pins, and obviously when you pull it back, it fell out. If you want to put them back again, you have these opening slots, see? And you can open that one. Very cool. I love the way it does that. You know, like the bomb compartments. And you see, you would just slot it on like so. You know. So there you go. And then if you want to push it forward, you then push this forward. So there, stay there. Put this back down. And also if you want to do it again, you just pull it out. And they're released. You can actually push them back in. So yeah. So there you go. And it's the same with both bomb compartments. So that's pretty awesome. You know, we don't really get that many falling bombs these days. Normally we just get thick fire missiles. So it's cool to see the bombs back. Just putting them in here. Give me a moment, guys. Okay. So there you go. Alright, so awesome set. I really highly recommend. Oh yeah, also I forgot to mention the cockpit. The cockpit does open. This is why I'm not entirely sure if it is a actual pilot by a droid or something. I assumed, you know, it was a droid itself, you know, because it has those eyes. By the way, this is not size accurate by some comparison. Obviously, it's going to do a gunship which carries many droids, so it's nowhere near size accurate. This just opens. On there, you see, actually it turns around the other way. That is like I assume like a dish, like you know, a sensor or whatever, and that is an 80AP. You know, one of the sets which we're getting. Ironically, in the 80AP, I haven't unboxed it yet, but I know that in the 80AP, we get another control panel with an image of the Droid Gunship. So, there you go. So we have an image of the 80AP, sorry, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So, yeah, all these Walker names, you know. Alright, so in there we just get like a long, flat strip thing. Just like a long black piece, long black tile. And what the instructions say to do, take your droid, yeah, and just sort of put him somewhere in there. And you gotta put his head down, I think, or something, hang on. I think you actually have to like lay him out, or something along those lines. And then you've got to put his head down. So he's sitting in it like that. I think that's how you do it. And then you just put this down, and there you go. Unfortunately, you cannot fit clones or anything, because obviously it's just like very thin. So it can only fit droids. And it can only fit battle droids. So yeah, that goes down very simply. And there you go. And you just, whatever. So yeah, it's a lot bulkier than the old one. By a very thin margin, I'm going to have to say I prefer this one. Now, don't get me wrong, they're both very good sets. I recommend getting both of them. However, very, very thin margin, you know, considering the figures and considering a bunch of other things, I do have to say I probably prefer this one. you know, just for a whole host of reasons. So it is an awesome ship. It really is. I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. 8.5 maybe, you know. It is a very good ship. It really is. You know, and obviously if you want to build your chic mock, then this is very useful to have a few of these flying overhead. So, yeah. So, there we go, I suppose. By the way, other than the flick from missile, it just comes with this long rod piece, sort of, as another gun. Let's get the instructions, I suppose. Very awesome set. I strongly recommend getting it. Average size instructions, I think. They're actually more square than you may think they are. So, yeah. You get all the sets in the back here, apart from the exclusives and the mic fighters. I do have the exclusives. I'll be building them soon. Yeah. I reviewed this. So yeah, and these are all the minifigures apart from the exclusives and apart from... Oh no, including the exclusives, apart from the mic fighters. Yeah. So that's very cool. It doesn't even show General Grievous with his lightsabers, but they do come in the set. It shows you him with that rod thing. You're gonna have tons of Lego. Yeah. And you got these missiles. Yeah, I don't like them. As you just saw, I just flicked it, and I probably lost it. Oh well. You know, just by accident, just by, you know, knocking it. Yeah. The bombs fall out by pulling that back. And there you go. Quite a lot of infantry, actually. And yeah, so. Cool. 5 bags, actually. 5 numbered bags. So, yeah. There you go. Onto the box, I suppose. Quite a thick box. Thicker than perhaps some others. You have the gunship there. You have these figures, and then obviously you have Chewbacca there. These figures are all new, apart from those two, obviously. Well, sort of. I mean, technically this one isn't unique, but it is like new to this line. Alright, so same as the instructions, you know, just see that you can pull this out and the bombs fall. Yeah, that missile flicks. Very cool. Very cool. Another set that would have been awesome to get this line would be the Wookiee Catamaran. You know that vehicle that we saw in episode 3, you know, with the thing, the battle scene there. They're little outmatched, you know. You got 2 droids against, you know, Chewbacca and a clone, and they've got a gunship, so a little outmatched. Anyway, it would have been awesome to get the Wookiee Catamaran. That was awesome with this line. Now, it's meant to be based on Episode 3, this line. However, if you've seen the Winter Set rumors, it doesn't look very Episode 3 based. In fact, it looks more Originals based. You know, you get the Star Destroyer, you get the AT-AT, which, by the way, I'm going to get both of them because well, even if they look rubbish, I'm going to get them because they're awesome. But anyway, so, yeah. I don't like to... If you notice, I haven't put these things back in. It's because I don't really like to put them back in. You know, when I store these, I don't leave these in. Yeah, there's nothing bad about them, but I just, you know, I don't like them really at all. They are definitely not my favourite set. So, there you go. Yeah, that's a slight problem. Hang on. Okay, so that was my review of the Droid Gunship. I keep calling it different things. I keep calling it the Police Gunship and Republic Gunship and things. But anyway, so yeah. I like this set, definitely. It's one of the better sets. I can't put him on the thing. Oh, gosh, whatever. Okay. So yeah, what does it say? Go out and buy it, really. You know, it's definitely one of those better sets. Obviously, you've been a chic mock, then it's very helpful. And it's just awesome. So, what are you going to say? So, if you like this review, please give it a like. You know, please do all that. Please leave a comment down below on whatever you want. Please leave a comment down below saying if the Droid Gunship is actually a droid itself, or if it actually needs a pilot. So, because I don't really know. I thought it was a droid, but I don't know. And obviously, please subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing every single review. And yeah, so there you go. Thank you guys for watching a lot. As I said, there will be a link in the description to the Let's Build of this, which you can go check out. And I suppose I will see you in another video, troops. Sayonara for now.